something to be said about hard-nosed full contact. It's like that raw rap all the way back to boom bap. Spikes up, Ty Cobb inspired killing the corners. Heating up with recklessness, we still getting warmer. Nevertheless, none can contest, we bring it best. Wile E. Coyote mixed with Roadrunner, full comers. Holding your title hostage, the kings we smoke others. You're either with us or against us, it doesn't matter which. Scouting your weakness, we bring the wrath when we hit. There's never been a squatters or a trash can spit. You might get bashed with a stick while I'm pounding the fence. Look around, you're a fish while I'm rounding it quick. Take a look at the base and sprint off with a fist in your face. No remorse, no mercy, no force can hurt me. The scouts purposely bring the pain, come try to work me. But there's a crew of dirty cats.
Yo! What's going on, softball family? Welcome to another scintillating edition of the Glue Guys program. Good evening. I'm one of your hosts. One, but there's two. There's always two, man. You got to watch out for the second guy.
You sure about that?
Behind a rock. What? Gone. Gone.
See, I fooled you. Fooled you.
Once again, good evening, folks. Welcome. We are pulling some brackets tonight for the Southwest Invite. But before that, we have a very, very, very special guest coming on that's going to need your assistance in a contest, among other things we're going to discuss. But before that, hey, the show is also powered by a guy named Plays Rock, better known as Mr. Marlos Hill. Good evening, sir. How the hell are you?
Man, I can't complain yet. We're clearly not going to be we're not going to be broadcasting on Facebook today because because Facebook. I mean, because
I tried to make a burner account to get the word out that you might want to zip on over to the website glueguysprogram.com. Leads you right to where we are right now, live on YouTube, a platform that will not ban you for typing the word whooping.
Yeah, you gotta love it.
Whooping,
gotta love it.
I tried to get a couple burners and admit them to broadcast. So hopefully everybody made it over this way. I did post in both groups, so you should see it. I believe we are live for the first time tonight on Mr. Marlos's account, so hopefully you can find us.
Yeah, I'm also sharing it. I'm also sharing it in those groups right now just to make sure. Because cool. it's a little bit of a change, and people are often resistant to change to an extent.
I agree, and that's my bad. I thought I had a pretty good handle on the Facebook decency rules. I was mistaken.
Hey man, if you're using the word whooping, you know what I mean? It's all bad.
Like the word whooping. I mean, like Fred Sanford got away with that on national TV. Okay, well, it's a different.
Facebook's not national TV, dude.
I know.
Nope.
And you know what? Let me announce it. Rules. Because of this, I'm going to announce it right now. I'm pulling all of my music off of Spotify right now. Moving on.
I like. Hey, fuck it. Everybody got the choice.
Look, man, it is what it is. I know Joe Rogan's not troubled by it, so I'm not going to get troubled either. So I'm just going to.
I mean, he's making a lot of money regardless, so he doesn't give a shit. This is to help people to. Hey, if anything, it gives people the interest to listen to a show if they're not already listeners.
I think it works both ways. So a lot of youngins are going to go try to find Neil Young on Apple Music now. So I think it works both ways. But hey, whatever, man.
It does.
The move makes no sense. Like, you're not really making a statement, but that's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
So hey, first, let me get this out of the way. Hopefully you're watching or you'll talk to someone. Guys, so I know I had said that 6 p.m. was going to be the start for the AAA. Actually, due to a ton of guys being troubled by the fact that they have to drive from the west side to the east side for one game, we were able to mess with the bracket late today, and actually AAA will be starting at 11 a.m. Saturday. 11 a.m. Saturday. I'll keep repeating that. I would give the game times when we get to the bracket reveal, but 11 a.m. Saturday. The brackets will go live on the website as soon as the program is over, and then you can see it there too. But AAA starting 11 a.m. on Saturday. Majors, 40 majors and 50s are not affected. You guys will still start Sunday morning. We were able to move a couple things around and accommodate a lot of the feedback we got initially that guys didn't really want to drive for. So we're going to knock out a ton of games on Saturday to make it worth your while to drive over to Legacy. I'm also hearing rumors there's an event going on, so please be early. Please be early. That parking lot gets nuts So be early for your games. Trust me. Beyond that, the other big announcement. Vic Rivera is locked in for the show next weekend. Okay, if you don't know Vic, you should. But if you don't, Vic is basically, the Don of the West Coast there. Handles U-Trip GSL Seniors director there. He's also co-state director for California. And he also was heavily involved in the Challenge Cup. Vic has offered to come on and answer a lot of the concerns and questions that I got, and I know Bob got, and I'm sure some other state guys got, about some of the things that went down at the Challenge Cup. So listen, folks, it's unprecedented that a national director comes onto a show to answer concerns from the constituents, we'll call you. So a pretty big deal for next week. I'm going to be posting and talking about it, but I'm really excited.
How's that for transparency?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like U-Trip, I said last week how we need to own it, and lo and behold, guys, they're owning it. We're owning
it.
So
exactly.
I don't, the post can relax here for a little while. We're trying to deal with the issues, and we're going to talk about it next week. Huge program. You definitely don't want to miss that one. Real quick, shout out Marty's Trophies, doing wonderful things for all your trophy and awards needs. As I feel it up. Just an example behind you, my wonderful plaque, but they do different colors, different shapes. You can see that's in the state shape of Arizona. They can do anything over there. Also embroidery. I'm getting some hats done up, which I'm excited about. Obviously, Marty's does all our trophies for our tournaments, our winners, second place and MVPs, all tourneys. You can't go wrong over at Marty's. Please, Marty's Trophies, go check them out. Beautiful downtown Chandler, I believe. Is it Gilbert or Chandler? Might be Gilbert. I think it's Gilbert. Close enough, though. They're next to each other, kind of. Also to our friend Mickey's R&R Realty, the group over there doing big things in real estate in Arizona. And everybody thinks they're a real estate agent now. If they have a website they can go to, or a buddy, a friend of a friend who texts us back. That's not really how you want to buy or sell your home, folks. You want to have someone who has experience in the market you're in or looking to go to, experience dealing with these banks and these lenders and all the different things you're going to deal with. Folks, you're not going to do any better than Czar Realty. Please call our friend Mickey and get your house done right, either bought or sold. Don't mess around with this. This is big money right now, what's going on. All right, so I think that takes care of all our bills. Oh, no, how could I forget? The mad sniper himself, Tedit's on Facebook, streaming every day at 2 p.m. Arizona time, doing big things over there in Caldera and Warzone. Go check out our boy Tedit's. With some new theme music from our boy Blaze Rock there. So you have to go over and watch him.
BP Mercenaries. Yes, sir. BP Mercenaries jumped in there. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, Pop. That's my bad.
Yes,
We'll fix that, John.
Credit up. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, see that solves it. Once you throw a John in there, it's all good. The John is that's the cleanup angle all the time. Nonetheless,
some people will get that. Yeah. Real quick note, I got to play in a wonderful golf tournament Sunday to benefit Arrowhead Lacrosse. We got some senior players that coach over there. Sadly, we were not able to win the tournament. Personally, I have a real question about who won it due to that person's previous koozie and Modelo hat theft in the past. He was out there playing golf, which I was really, but we shot a -14 and got third. Myself, Kevin McDill, Matt Vidal, and my brain. Oh, Kevin's going to kill me. Dan was also with us. Wow, thank God. He hit the best drives of the day. Well, Matt had the best drive. Anyway, listen, if you're in a golf tournament with a director of another sanction who you don't quite trust, I'd probably not count on winning. I'm just going to leave it right there. All right. So anyway, moving on, is our guest with us yet, Mr. Maestro?
Nah, but we've got a few minutes. It's still really early. It's it's still real early. We breezed through the intro and bills. No, I'm going to tell you, I like it when it's brief.
I mean, better.
Look, man, I think it's an East Coast thing because my man Paco does it. You guys are very verbose, and I love it. But when you're not, I don't think you notice it. So it's even funnier for me because I'm just like, yeah, well, shit. There we go.
No, we don't notice.
No, we're good, bro. No, we're good. We're in good time. I mean, we probably could go over some of the Challenge Cup results. I think that would be a good idea. We'll stick with the younger folk, this conversation, which will obviously lead into our conversation with Sammi. But I think it's a good thing for us to talk a little bit about, Arizona's performance out there. We kind of repped a little bit.
Now, I know last year was a big disappointment across most of the different divisions, but I'll tell you what, this year, completely different story. We'll start.
A lot of work.
The Bees took second. Mr. Mike Pino doing a phenomenal job. Did I say men's?
Bees.
What did I say?
Did not. You just said bees.
All right. Well, yeah. Men's Bees. Mike Pino jumping in there, coaching, boy, getting it done. Nothing but respect for you, kid. I know Ryan Adams was throwing with those boys. Junior also involved in coaching. Phenomenal job. Second place. That's just to go down there in those conditions and everything going on. It was cold, I heard, not Florida weather. And you guys did your thing. Also, men's C's.
There we go.
Gio and the boys getting a third. Also, really
wrapped it.
Yeah, really impressive finish there.
Love it.
I know that those were the big finishers. I think both D teams, men's D and men's D 2.0, finished around the same spot. I think they're both 3-3, and I know the E team started off really hot.
Yeah,
they were like 4-0, 5-0 there, running through the bracket, and then I think they ran into a brick wall. I think they got fourth or fifth.
Yeah, something like that. I think.
But hey, don't matter. That's
showing.
A hell of a showing.
No, that was a fantastic showing. No matter
hell
what.
Of a showing.
Yes. Give him a little round of applause. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little something bigger. Something bigger. Let's go.
Stream Deck.
You know what I mean?
Just phenomenal showing by everybody going down there. And based on last year, there was a lot of, what can I say? There was a dark cloud hanging over the thing from last year, and all the coaches and players did a wonderful job to dispel that dark cloud. And I think they come home with a lot of hope for next year, for the future, however we're going to set this up, whoever's going to get to run these teams next year, just set the table. That's a high bar to reach. I mean, I think the only thing left to do is to win one of these things, man.
Yeah, let's go do that next year. Yeah, let's do that next year. I like dubs. You know what I mean? I like dubs.
I mean, we're getting, the experience these guys got. It's just insane. You know what I mean? Just crazy.
Great performances.
Just great work by them. I'm ecstatic at the turnout, and I'm ecstatic at the results just for UTRIP in general.
Yeah, I know we're gonna have Vic on next week, but it's gonna be interesting to hear, because between now and next week, there's gonna be a lot more people made aware of the results, the certain states that were, shall we say, a little more successful. It's going to be interesting to see how people's opinions have changed in that period of time, because you had a lot of fussing going on last week when some teams came back. Now you have the other teams that have played and come back. So you give them another week or so to kind of, to get that adrenaline coming down and give them a second to think about it. So I'm interested to see what people are going to say then. But I'm also interested, because we're there and we're talking about it, but I'm interested to hear what Vic has to say about, people's perceptions outside of the people that we know or outside of the people that we've spoken to. I imagine that there are a lot of different perceptions, but I know I have seen a lot of comments from different, in different states and different Facebook groups or whatnot that, have been fairly consistent with some concerns and also fairly consistent with some praise too. So I'm kind of interested to see what he's going to say. And Vic's always funny to me. He's a good dude. So I think it'll be an interesting show. I'm looking forward to that. I can't complain,
Nah, and Vic's an emotional guy.
Yeah.
Similar to me. And, I truly believe after kind of having more discussion with him since coming over here, that he cares. He absolutely cares. And he takes a lot of that criticism to heart. I'm looking forward to giving, how do I say this? So I guess giving kind of national a face. Like there's a voice and a face. Your concerns or your questions are not going to go unanswered. I mean, I understand we're not, on 100 million TV sets or computers or whatever, but this is going to be a place where you can come back and watch it and see that, UTRIP personnel care about the tournaments we're putting on. And I'm really excited that we're going after this head on, because obviously I had concerns too. So the fact that we can get Vic on and ask him these questions and get some real answers and stay transparent. which is
I think that's the biggest key. Yeah, that's the biggest key for me is, and obviously I'm not in the same position as you, but for me, it's always about transparency, especially when you're dealing with consumers or customers and those customers are using their money. Anytime you involve finances, you want to be able to at least have a conversation or get some clear discussion about an issue, or if you have a concern, especially if that concern, is somewhat subjective. I know we all like to pretend that we're being objective when we're talking about our own feelings, but that's bullshit.
I'm the best pitcher ever in seniors, right?
Exactly. See, I'm the best pitcher, period. You see what I'm saying? And I don't even pitch.
Fair.
Boom. There we go. But again, I think it's important that we're at least giving people, the opportunity to hear, the perspective from the administration and to see what they think of some of the things that are being said. But I think also it's going to be beneficial for him because I think there are going to be people in the chat. Obviously, you're going to be asking certain questions. I'm going to be asking questions, but there are going to be people in the chat that are bringing up things that they may not have thought about. As well as, just being able to take some information back from the people that, that ultimately make these things go. As much as the organization is the organization, it's still the players, it's still the teams, it's still, the sponsors and the like that make it great. So, having an opportunity to have that conversation is going to be really, really, really cool. And speaking of the Challenge Cup, did we even say what happened?
Last week. This is how this all came about. Last week, I got a message from a couple of her players.
Yes.
Saying that it was cool that we gave them the credit and that they usually don't get credit, and they appreciated it, and gave me also some education on the mixed and the women's, which I appreciated, and said, hey, you really should talk to Sammi, because of how well they did. And I said, well, let's just have her on then. And she was more than gracious to accept our invitation, sir.
Absolutely. It's awesome. So I'm going to bring her on. Sammi, welcome to the show. I'm going to unmute you. I think you were stuck on mute, but nonetheless, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, guys. I'm well. Thanks for having me.
Fantastic. We're excited. First, I want to say at least congrats for the work you guys did. I mean, I know I say it all the time on this show. I'm AZ all day when it comes to stuff like that. So anytime our teams go out there and and put on a show, I'm the biggest applause guy that goes down. So I'm really excited. Plus, like kind of like Mark said, we want to make sure that we're featuring you guys as much as you deserve because you guys are awesome players. And anything that represents the state, represents the sport as well as you guys are, it's worth our time. So welcome to the Blue Guys.
Thank you. We are glad to be here, and we absolutely appreciate even just the little recognition. So, like you said, as co-ed, we don't hear it much. So they played awesome. So they absolutely deserve that.
Absolutely, it's dope, very dope.
Now, I will start with a very simple thing. We want to get this out there for everybody. I fixed my post public in talking about you coming on, and I put the link in there, which I screwed up earlier. But you were actually in a contest to try to get CoverGirl Inked magazine. I want to get that info out. I voted today, and I saw you're in first in your group, so hopefully that holds true. If we can get a couple people here to go and click on the button for you,
that would be awesome. I was nominated back in December. I don't know who nominated me, so if you're watching, thank you. But they contacted me about a competition to be on the cover of Inked magazine. With a $25,000 prize, including the spread in the magazine as well. So that's still going. You get one free daily vote through Facebook. So that competition actually does end, I believe round one ends on Thursday. So go out there and vote. The links are all public. It's on my page, his page. I've been sharing it like crazy, doing my part. So I appreciate that. Would love any support.
We will definitely keep pushing that as long as you're still in there. Like I said, I was happy to see what place you're in when I went earlier. I think a little birdie got me a picture of some of your legwork, and I wanted to ask you about the 42 that you had. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Marlos. I wanted to ask about the 42 and what inspired you to get that. Obviously, I see the World Series trophy, but the 42 caught my eye, and I was curious what the story is behind that.
I've got a lot of Hall of Famers on my leg. And the 42, the backstory of Jackie Robinson. Just making changes. And I live by the statement of do you, and he did him and just stood by it. And so he changed the game 100%. And as somebody who loves as you can see, I love the game of baseball and just what it means. I had to get incorporated to my life. It's one of those things, like when you think of baseball, what do you think of? Well, to me, 42 is one of those things I always think of. So I had to throw it in there.
No, I liked that Disney finally got around to making that movie. I thought that was a good representation. Obviously, Major League Baseball finally came around and said, hey, maybe we should just retire this thing league-wide, which was a great gesture. Better late than never for the old hats at Major League Baseball, who I'm not real happy with right now. Obviously, we don't know when the hell we're going to get baseball again. And I'm old enough to have been through a strike, and it wasn't fun. So you don't want that. But moving on, obviously, you're here for better things than a strike. And now the next picture, a little birdie also sent me, and I was told to ask you, based off this picture.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second to pull it up. You're moving way faster than I can get there. You know what I mean?
To pause here.
It's all good. It's all good. Keep talking about it. We'll get there. It's nothing. It's nothing.
So you've been known to test different products and different things on the field to see which one works best for you. And the question that I was told to ask you is, do you prefer Easton batting gloves or Masami batting gloves?
There is no hesitation. And this goes out to Jason Westcott, who I know probably asked this question. And this is my kid, by the way. This is Kathy.
Hello there.
So Jason Westcott thought, so he did give him props for the photo array he did of my leg on the last slide that you showed. That was all Jason Westcott. So I want to give him credit where credit is sometimes due. It is not due in this picture, though. When he didn't even catch me slipping. He caught Travers slipping because I was without Masami gloves. So really, what Jason did was he lit the fire under Travers' butt, and I have not been without Masami gloves since. So, I mean, I reaped those benefits, and I got a good picture out of it. So, but Masami gloves 100% all day, any day.
Now, it's my own fault. I did have a picture also of you holding up the Masami gloves, but I took it wrong, and it's got different Facebook crap on the bottom. So just so everybody knows, I was trying to equal it out, and I screwed up taking the picture.
There are a lot more Masami pictures than Easton pictures out there of me. I promise.
I think this is the only one. So I don't want to see anybody try and do memes on Facebook. Knock it off. Don't even start. But all right, enough with the comedy. But yes, you know exactly where that came from.
I do.
and just, I texted him and said, if this screws up my relationship with Sammy, I'm taking you out, bud.
Selfish. See, selfish.
Well, Jason's our boy. We love the Westcotts, both of them. Well, Carrie more than Jay, but we're not going to get into that. So now let's get on actual softball here.
Yes.
So when you were picked to be the coach of the mixed C team, kind of where was your head at when they first announced it, and what was your thought process going into, okay, who am I going to take to Florida with me?
Well, to be honest with you, Bob caught me off guard. His timing was so incredible. It was in the middle of Worlds. I was in the middle of co-ed Worlds when he brought it up to me. But aside from that, I was completely I was beside myself. At first I thought he was messing with me. That was my first reaction out of my mouth was, are you kidding me? Like, are you being serious right now? And so I even told him, though, because of the fact I was in the middle of my co-ed team's Worlds tournament, I really wasn't even thinking about it, and it wasn't official yet. And I'm not the type, I hate kind of counting my chickens before they hatch. Right. We all know with you, Trip, everything can change on, just the flip of a dime, anything can change. So I was like, I'm not saying nothing until I know it's actually announced. Totally. So the only people who knew were those who kind of had heard the conversation that took place at Cactus Yards. So a few of my teammates on GBD actually heard that conversation take place. And so I even asked them to hey, can we just keep this? Because I ain't trying to jinx nothing. And, with how much co-ed gets canceled and all this fun stuff. So I did keep it to myself for a while, but that allowed me to just think about how I wanted to go about it with a game plan without 1,000 opinions being thrown in my face. So it was kind of nice to keep to myself. And
you found the secret well there because everybody else was looking for that too.
Right. But so once it kind of became more real and it was announced by Bob and I was able to move forward, it was just more again, doing me and staying true to that and knowing what I was after and what I'm always about when it comes to the game is, it's not always about skill. It's about chemistry and what you put on the field and how they mesh together. And I've been a firm believer of that since day one. I mean, I coached high school softball as well. So it's about having the right attitudes. You can be the best player out there, but with the worst attitude, you're no good to me or my team. So that's unfortunately, so it was just allowing myself the time to go through the selection process and then also deciding to go the selection process instead of the tryout process. So I wanted to go that route because then again, kind of just less hiccups for me that route, dealing with people who can't make, I can't make any of those 6 tryouts, so it's not fair. So I wanted to kind of avoid it all and less control and more control in my hands because that's the job that was given to me. So I wanted it to be trusted that what I want to do is what I hope would be successful. So,
No, it makes sense to me. Like I said, I know every other coach would like the silence to pick his team Challenge Cup wise and not have to hear any feedback, but it's near impossible. Now,
but is that a good idea though? Like, I mean, I know you're in a direction, but is that even a good idea? And I wonder that because, as a leader in any situation,
I think she already hit the key, right? The key is you get blinders on.
Yeah.
You make your calls with your gut and your head and you go. And you just go.
Now, don't get me wrong. I asked for there are gentlemen out there and females out there that I asked for opinions, but at the same time too, I'm the type, hey, I'm going to ask for your opinion. Please don't be mad at me if I don't take it.
Yeah.
Like I want to hear. Correct. Yeah. So but same thing. I reached out to the specific people whose opinions I know our brains are on the same wavelength, or, I respect their opinion. I'm not, so that way I don't have that unsolicited opinions of everyone jumping down my throat.
Absolutely.
And you should choose this person, this. So like, well, they can't even go to Florida. So you're giving me people that aren't even interested. So there's so much behind the scenes that people don't realize where, yeah, you think this person should have went, but they couldn't afford the plane ticket and everything else to get out there. So they weren't even an option.
That's a big point that we made. That's a big point. We had another conversation about that. There's a lot of people that simply just can't make it. While they may be, absolutely worthy and absolutely great players, there's a big financial cost there. There's also the fact that, some people just can't randomly get that time off from work or they have other things. Uh-oh. Yeah. She said she's off sound. We can hear you still, just in case.
No, you're still with us if you hear us.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
No, we lost audio.
Now we can't hear. Yeah, we can't hear your audio either.
We lost audio. I told her to unplug it and plug it back in, but I don't think that's going to work like it would on a modem when
I was going to say on literally everything else, right? Just unplug.
Oh wait, I hear something that's very low though.
Let's see.
Let me reconnect.
Okay, we can hear you now.
The
there
Bluetooth went out. That's what it was, I think. I don't know, but I think we heard the mic on your laptop.
I think that might because once she leaned forward, it might be the mic on the camera. I think there's a mic on the camera. She may have lost the headset. Now she went to the conventional old school style.
That's prepared, man. That's prepared. She was ready. She got the old telemarketer headset looking thing. Hi, thank you for calling Bank of America. Oh wait, I heard something, and then I think
it went away.
Yeah, the audio went away. The telemarketer headset's not working.
Right.
We are full of calls right now. We will get to you in 32 days and 47 minutes.
Wow. That sounds about accurate.
Yeah, I got to cut my act here while poor Sammy's trying 17 headsets here.
Like, I was going to say, but I'm
more impressed.
Now what we hear.
Here we are. I was more impressed that you had these options. Like, she was pulling out options.
I work from home.
That's amazing. I was like, do I have a backup set of headphones? Do I have a backup? I do not. I am not prepared. I'm running the interview. What's wrong here?
See, it's all bad right there.
Sorry to interrupt.
No. I got a couple jokes always ready just in case of emergency. You took Mr. Cave with you. I've had the pleasure of playing with Rob and Alexis, and I'm a big fan of his. I know he rubs some people the wrong way. He's very passionate.
That's my guy.
It's not even on his sleeve. It's down his arm and down his leg, like where his heart is.
Leg, toes, everything. Yeah.
He does not hold anything. You know exactly where he stands 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He can rub some people the wrong way. That's why him and I are so friendly. How was he down in Florida, and did everybody going in kind of get along and know what they were getting into there?
So Cave was great. He saved our team. We had a late drop where Cave entered in late and saved us. Was 100% down and excited and thrilled. And same thing, like I said earlier, I'm a big firm believer on that chemistry. So I made sure, we played a tournament together with Cave prior to Florida. So it's one of those things. If you have a personal opinion, it doesn't belong on the field anyways. He's your teammate.
That's
so
right.
It's your personal opinion doesn't matter really. The minute you put your cleats on and you step in between those lines, if they're in your jersey, that's your teammate. So, and I personally, on a personal side, I didn't see any issues with nobody. I literally had 13 people, including myself, who all clicked with 13 people. I didn't have any clicks. I didn't have any outsiders. Everybody was involved every minute, every step of the way. And I think it was such a memorable experience for everybody. It's one of those that I can't speak for everybody, but I can reiterate what they've told me. A lot of them, this tops their Florida experiences from what they've done, and is one of those, the team is what made that happen, and Cave is what led that team. So that is all because of Cave. So 100%, Cave did awesome behind pitching. He wore a couple. He's got some nice seams right here. But I mean, I ran into a garbage can too, so I'm not going to just put it all on Cave. We all had our moments, and but he pitched well. He led the team. He did exactly what I had asked him to do and the job I had asked him to do. So it couldn't have gone any better.
No, that's phenomenal. I'm
That's
a big
dope.
fan of his. I'm a big fan of Jordan. Jordan went down with his, which is always, listen, that guy.
Jordan's on my co-ed team, so Jordan's a part of GPD on my co-ed team.
Jordan's not fair when playing the outfield. He's not fair because it's like playing a 5-man with 3 men, because he covers center, right center, and left center without any real effort whatsoever. Which
in like 3 strides.
Look, I'm jealous.
In like 3 strides.
Yeah,
I'm
just jealous.
Let's call it what it is. He does it in like 3 strides.
He's a gazelle.
His
He's a gazelle out there.
He's a gazelle.
Yeah, straight up.
So I'm just, like I said, I'm jealous. I'll just put it out there. I'm not ashamed of it. When I was his age, I couldn't run like that either. So it's never going to happen.
Not at all.
But who else stood out for you down in Florida, if there's anybody you kind of want to shout out? Because I have to tell you that after we got the results last week and we kind of put it out there how proud we were of you guys and the result and going down there, I got the most messages I've ever received after a show saying thank you and you need to talk to Sammi. And literally that's what it said. I'm not going to call anybody out because a lot of them didn't even want me to say who they were or what they were saying. But I thought you should know I have never in my existence in Arizona softball come back from any kind of big tournament and someone always had something to say about a decision, or he left a guy or girl in who went 3 for 14 or what, something. There's always something.
Yeah.
And this is the only time that I can remember a team coming back from a major tournament or a Challenge Cup. And it was not just glowing, but like, what are you doing a show and not having her on? Like, it's not even worth me watching if you don't talk to her.
Effusive praise, straight up.
That's what I say. Here I am. Everybody had their shining moment in Florida. I mean, if I'm having to pick one guy and one girl, Trevor Ploutz. I mean, he crushed center field. That center field fence. He was all over it. I mean, he robbed quite a few, and I was watching him a little bit in the men's tournament too after our co-ed. He didn't stop. It was that, like, he had that fence's number 100%. So he made some awesome plays. I mean, then there's Kate. It's so hard to highlight just one. You want to highlight them all because they all had their moments, you know?
By all means. That's why you're here.
That's right. So, and then, like, on my female side, I mean, Kat Silva, she shined. She shined at the bottom of my lineup. She knows I had that talk with her 3-4 months ago that I like her bat at the bottom because she flips it over. Not a hit on her bat. I want a good bat down there. I always coach that way. You got to put one of your better bats at the bottom because how often do they lead off? Like, your 9-10 hitters lead off 90% of the time. So you want someone who's not going to make that third out. You want someone that's going to roll it over. And she did phenomenal down there, and she made some hella plays in the outfield, covering the ground. She took a ball from Trevor like that. Let's let the guys play sometimes, right? Like that's so. I mean, as far as the two that like as far as outfield, offense, and defense, those two really do shine. But that's not to take away from the other 12. Like everybody as a whole. I can name one, a moment from every single person where everybody had that moment. They had their chance. They shined. They did their job, the role, whatever it was for that particular inning or that game. Because obviously not everybody can be out there at the same time, right? That's reality of softball. You got to have people on the bench.
Of course.
Nobody wants to be there, but when you do have people there that are still being good teammates, there is no bench. That's everybody's got a role. So that's everybody did their part in every inning of every game, and it was a blast. So that's everybody shined. It was awesome.
That's
and
awesome.
I think Bob for the experience, 100%.
No, you did Arizona proud, and like I said, I've never seen something like that. It's wrong that everything's always negative, but as a director, that's what you tend to get. And just look, it was a nice change of pace for me. That's all I'm going to say. Instead of, well, you shouldn't have the fences this far. You shouldn't, and this rule and that. No, it was just like, hey, thanks, but you're not done yet. You need to finish this off. And we agree. We agree that you guys deserve more coverage. You deserve more publicity wherever we can get it out to you. You're playing the same game. You're playing the same tough teams. I mean, this is the best mixed teams from the country in C. So it's no small feat. It's really not. I'm glad they gave medals this year because at least those teams in second and third get something. Here comes the medal.
Oh, see? Here it comes. Yep. See, there it is. Right there.
That's fresh.
It's not gold, but I ain't mad at it. We got to be a part of the very first Mixed Challenge Cup. So it's not only just the Mixed Challenge Cup, it was the very first. So it was pretty awesome to bring that home to Arizona.
That's just cool to have. But I think the burning question that I have to ask is if you had the opportunity, do you want to run it back?
100%. I already told Bob.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to hear.
I told Bob that before we even went to Florida. I said, if you ever need another one, I enjoyed it. I had a few hiccups that I could learn from, but it was my first time too with the dealing with the out of state and the expenses and the fundraising. I mean, my team fundraised. Our house had an elevator in it, for the record. And we each paid next to nothing for this stay for 4 nights on the beach. So we did it proper.
You get in a pinch. You get in a pinch next year. I pitch. I mean, I'm just saying. I heard elevator. How do you not offer up? You heard elevator. Right. I mean, I can throw if in a pinch. In a pinch. But I was going to say.
I'm going to write that down.
Yeah. I mean, maybe my field in middle is not what it used to be, but I can see. I'm used to seniors. So you give me 3 feet? Oh, I'm in heaven. I can have all kinds of fun.
For you don't got to field the 5-man's there.
That's right.
Hey, I still got about 3 feet either way if needed. That's all. But I mean, I'd be excited to pitch 3 to 6 again. I'm sorry, I've been throwing 6 to 12 for so long now. But what I was going to say is I might have a little pull, so maybe I'll pull Bob aside, director to director, and see if maybe we can. And the reason I ask you that is because I had a thought, and I'm going to ask you to weigh in on it. We talked a little last week. I had the thought of trying to announce the coaches soon, maybe March, April. Now I'm always speaking from the seniors' perspective. I don't know if Bob would want to do that. I didn't have any conversations with him, but I thought about naming the coaches super early so they had time to fundraise. And that question of those people that can't go because of a money issue, if these coaches had from now until next Challenge Cup, would that make a difference? Could they raise enough money to get these people covered so the right people get to go? It's not a monetary thing, at least. I mean, obviously some people aren't going to be able to get time off, but at least we knock one of the major hurdles off the list. Some of the feedback I got was that, well, it's too early. They can't concentrate on their own teams. And I just don't agree with it. I think,
I don't buy it either.
And you can start to watch players.
I see both sides to it because I see, we had 3-4 months, however it was, and I had 5 of my original people drop. So it's like, could you imagine how many people would drop from your original team if you did it that early? And then it's like, now do you have to field 20, 25 people anticipating 10 of them dropping in the next 9 months? So then you worry now if no one drops, now you got too many people, and now you've got attitudes because too many people are on the bench. So I see both sides of it. I would love to start if it was offered to me and I was able to plan it and do it right, that would be ideal. But for the player aspect of it, I don't know from the coach player, you know what I mean? Like I would fear that I would have a completely different team come January than I do in March because now their wives are pregnant, or now they're pregnant, or something happened, someone's getting married that they didn't know about. So just with a random, so that would be my only thing where I could see both sides of it. But I agree with you guys. I think it would help 100%. But I know like my team fundraised almost $5,000 in less than a month. I used 2 football games and did squares and made $4,400.
Well, maybe we tell the coaches you can start scouting, but don't pick anybody till September when you have football games. You can do squares on.
Right? Like I tried telling like how easy the squares are, and it's like if you've got the right audience. I mean, I sold them at $50 a pop, and it was good. It was easy. It's easy for my team. Like I'm on a computer all day anyway, so it was easy for me.
All these kids got the FanDuel app. Everybody's betting something. I'm learning bring up like, oh yeah, I got -3.5, and like whole crowd of people like, oh, So I think you've got the right audience for the squares.
I'm from the south side of Chicago. Everybody gambles and bets out there, so they're my first go-to people.
So you know you knew casinos before there was legal.
Before it was legal, right? Before it was legal.
Little kids running corner to corner picking up the numbers. I'm from Philly. I know exactly what that looks like. Probably very similar, although, see, my mom and my stepfather lived in Chicago I should say outside of Chicago. They were in the suburbs, no way. But I got to go to Wrigley. I got to actually see the south side of Chicago, and it is what it is. But you got to go to Wrigley once, or you're just not a baseball fan if you have the opportunity.
Yeah, I'm a Sox fan, so I don't know if I agree with that statement.
Well, if they didn't close Comiskey, maybe you'd have an argument. But that whatever bank it is stadium they have now is not so quaint.
I think it's guaranteed rate.
See, I'm like 4 businesses behind on the name of the stadium.
That's terrible.
But you got to give me credit for knowing Comiskey, for God's sake.
I mean, I still call it Comiskey, so.
That's awesome. We had a discussion a couple shows ago about good stadium names and bad stadium names, and we were having some fun with that. Which one was the one that we couldn't agree on, Los? Do you remember the one I didn't like?
I think it was
maybe the one in Seattle for the Kraken.
Yeah, I think it was no, I thought it was SoFi.
We didn't like SoFi.
It's like, nah, this is stupid. Like
University of Phoenix, we didn't like.
University of Phoenix is the worst to me.
Yeah,
that's the most terrible. I don't care.
And that's where I work.
See, you didn't say like, look. See,
but that's why that's why it's not in the stadium anymore. They were smart. They were like, we're not paying $20 million for this anymore.
Yeah, we're confusing the hell out of people. Let's cut this out real quick. Like people...
Yeah. Well, good thing it's called State Farm. We got to make fun of that.
Long
as signing their sorry, University of Phoenix. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm off my VPN right now. They can't see this. We're all right.
Oh yeah, we got to talk to her about maybe getting on some Apex servers then. She got the VPN going. Get bot lobbies. All right, that's way out of line. That's not.
Yeah, cut that out. Sorry. Don't tell nobody that.
Sorry, that's a streamer thing.
Plus, when you think about it, we one of our sponsors, one of the folks who pays the bills. We don't want him to be tied up with some.
Oh God, no! They already accused the VPN. I don't want to do it. So to fill you in case you're like, what is wrong with these two guys? There's a popular battle royale game. Call of Duty Warzone. They just changed the map. A good friend of mine streams. He does pretty well. But one of the accusations for cheating now is you get a VPN, which puts you into servers like overseas, and it's easier to kill the people in the game. So that is now like a cheating accusation when somebody's doing a role like, oh, you're on a VPN. You must be playing out of Australia or the Philippines. So that's the background of what this crazy talk we're talking about. Apex is also one of those games that Marlos and I we still play here and there. So we're joking around about that.
I would just say get on my level then.
Oh,
just get good.
Get on my level.
Yeah, get good.
That's why I stopped. That's why I stopped playing the game Tennis plays. Like I can't. I'm not there. The senior thing took away my video game skills before it took away my softball skills. So
Warzone is a no, though. Nah, Warzone. Nah, you know how I feel about it. Warzone's got to go. No, sir.
I mean, we could go old school Nintendo or something if we have to. All right, I'll play that thing back
Mario Kart, so that's all I play on my
N64. Yeah.
Well, what game is your daughter into? Because I'm sure there's a game you both play that she's trying to beat you at. She
plays Mario Kart with me. I bet she's old school N64 with me.
We got to get her on GoldenEye.
Oh boy.
I mean, that's the mecca, right? Of the N64, isn't it? GoldenEye, isn't that the greatest game?
Well, though,
it's up there.
I just don't feel like it aged well. Like, I mean, I think at the time, it was the pinnacle. At the time, it was everything. Now, I don't know that I would enjoy playing that, especially with the changes to first-person shooters and the like nowadays.
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't know. If I'm going back, I want to go like 2D back, like a Zelda.
Yeah, you gotta go way back. Mario 3, Super Mario Brothers 3. You go back there, or even Mike Tyson's Punch Out, or either of the iterations.
Well, Tecmo Bowl is the one that I could play right now and still have just as much fun as a PS5. Because I don't expect anyone else to feel that way, but it's the memories you associate with when you were that age playing whatever system it was. I had some great times on the Sega Genesis too, but I was older.
Sonic.
That was when
NBA Jam.
Yes.
See? He's heating up.
See?
You can't buy a bucket though.
Right.
But like stuff like that, that was when we were, I don't know, 15, 16, we'd have tournaments with Tecmo Bowl because it saved the stats and the cartridge. So that was like the moment. Like you didn't have to go to PS1. We started games. We didn't know you had to have the memory card, so we had to leave it on and beg somebody for $20 to run to Walmart. Well, it wasn't really Walmart then.
It wasn't Walmart.
It was Jamesway. Jamesway. The other one anyway. Back east, there was a couple.
Toys R Us, Lionel Playworld.
It is what it is. But everybody's got their system, and it's funny to me that now, being as old as I am, PS1 is somebody's system, PS2 is somebody's system. Like, that's a little scary.
PS3.
Xbox Original.
Yeah,
with the gaudy controller that you had to keep plugged in. There was no movement with that thing.
The controller that was practically as big as the freaking console.
Yeah, so nobody under 7 years old could hold the original Xbox controller. Man. So that kind of hurt their marketing a little. But anyway, everybody's got their own gaming system. I know that Pokemon is still big. I think a new Pokemon just came out.
Yes, Arceus.
Tedits is my Pokemon guy. I go to him for all the. But you probably know
Pokemon Arceus. Pokemon Arceus, Legends Arceus just came out.
Currently claims to be retired from softball, but I'm pretty damn sure if he gets the right offer on the right team, he's going to go play one weekend. I'll tell you that right now. As long as he can still stream before he has to go play. But if you give him the right offer, I think you could get him out of retirement. I'm just, for anybody perspective out there, I can't get on him too much because, it kind of gives us some money. But anyway, hey, Ted, it's on Facebook. So yeah, we got way off course there, and that happens on this show. We just kind of go with whatever thought pops up. I mean,
we do need to address the elephant in the room for some of our senior viewers. That whole bracket thing from this here weekend.
Oh yeah, I guess I gotta tell them.
Yeah, we do have to do that. We do have to do that.
Well, I was having a good time with Sammy. How can I be expected to remember?
See, I hate having to be dad in this situation. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we got to get through this. Got to do this.
Well, let me do my disappointed look. Like, do I have to?
Yeah, you got.
How many times I got called mom in Florida from my team, so I get it.
I'm just so used to the old guy thing now. It's just, and I'm one of the younger seniors with the guys, the 50s, and I'm still the old guy. So, well, listen, thank you so much for joining us. What I wanted to ask is, would you be willing to come back and help us with any co-ed or women's coverage we want to try to do? If there's a tournament, you can kind of help educate us on some of the teams and players, because I know you know. So if you could help two old guys out who aren't that up on it and want to give you guys the right kudos tournament in and out, we need some help, and we were curious if you could maybe be a special correspondent to the show to help us with this stuff so we don't look like idiots.
Yes.
I mean, I can't promise I won't make you look like an idiot a little bit, but I would be absolutely honored anytime you would want.
Hey, we're skilled at it as it is. We're pretty skilled at it, so any assistance at it, we love it.
I mean, the first step is asking for help.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm taking the first step. I'm asking for the help,
That's admitting, right?
That's right.
Admitting there's a problem. I don't know enough about co-ed and women's.
That's right.
Hi, my name is Mark, and don't know it. Okay. God, that's ironic. Anyway, listen, thank you so much. I got to get these old guys are starting to yell at me now. They want to see what time.
No problem. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me, and thank you for taking the time to recognize what the team did. We really appreciate you guys.
Well, I will be in touch, and you will be back. So all your fans, let them know. We'll announce way ahead of time. You will be back to help us out. Hey,
don't forget to vote, though, too, for the Ink Challenge.
Absolutely.
Beat me to it. I was ready.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Sammy, so much. Congratulations.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Amazing.
Yes,
she radiates positivity.
Awesome.
I can see just from talking to her how things went in Florida went so well. And listen, we both know Rob pretty well. And Rob will let you know what he's thinking at any moment.
My guy, bro. Look, dude,
and if I know that Sammy kind of kept him even keeled, that's a magic potion right there, man.
Look,
that's a fountain of youth.
Look, all I'm saying is, I know, and you said it right. There's a lot of people he rubs the wrong way or whatever, but Cave is my guy. I hope he's actually watching this. That's my guy. Every time I've played with Cave, I've had a great fucking time.
I love the dude. I'm not even knocking it.
I love the intensity that he brings and that honesty that he brings. And I guess that's the reason why, for me, I hear people say what you said, and I always go, okay, whatever, all right. But in reality, 90% of the time he's on point. Even if it's just his opinion, he has something to back the opinion up, which is what you always want.
I agree.
The problem is a lot of the time folks don't want to hear what they don't want to hear. So it doesn't matter what he's saying, But I'm glad they went down there and did well. I'm glad he did well.
I love Rob. I got a chance to play at Rob League when he first moved here from Texas and up at Victory, and he filled in. I was on the co-ed team where I actually met my wife, which is,
good times.
I'm very happy I played on that team. But meeting Rob and Alexis and Rob and I hit it off from the minute we met, because we had similar kind of attitudes. Me from the East Coast and his upbringing, and we've always hit it off. And I don't see him for a couple months, and I run into him. It's like we saw each other the day before. So I've always appreciated that. There are not a lot of people out there that I call real friends, and Robert Cave is absolutely one of those dudes. If I needed to call people to be somewhere without any information whatsoever, he's top 3 on that list.
I'll tell you quickly, like last year we played in the at the enchilada, the whole enchilada together, and I got hurt. A dude ran into me, and he didn't fare as well as I did, but nonetheless I was hurt and I bruised my ribs or whatever. So I was struggling to breathe in some cases, but I still wanted to play because I didn't want to let the team down. And Rob came to me at one point of the tournament. I'd had some good time to medicate and rest up or whatever, so I was feeling a little better. But he came to me, he's like, hey, look, and you were killing the ball at first. Then after that shit happened, you're not hitting the ball at all. What the fuck are you doing? No. Then he's like, dude, if you're not 100%, don't play. He's like, because the way you're doing it now isn't helping you or us. And I was like, no, I'm good. Fuck it. But thanks. But I appreciated the fact, my point in saying that though is I appreciated the honesty of it. The fact that he was willing to say that and approach it from the right. Like I said, again, if a motherfucker just tells you some shit, you're not going to take that as well as you will if they say, here's why. Here's why I think that. Here's why you should think about that. Nonetheless, without further ado, we gotta bounce over into this bracket review.
Yeah, everybody's waiting. So I'm going to announce it again. We said at the beginning of the show, anybody coming in late, AAA is starting at 11 a.m. on Saturday, not 6 p.m., 11 a.m. I had a lot of feedback that guys didn't want to drive out to Legacy for one game. So we were able to work the bracket. Bob did me a huge favor, worked with me. We worked it out. You guys will be playing at 11 a.m. You're going to get a couple games in. We're going to get into the first round of the losers bracket before you also come back Sunday. 40 major, 50 same thing. You're starting Sunday morning. I will be going over the times. We're going to reveal the games, but this will all be on the U-Trip website as soon as the broadcast is over. So go to the website. Your coaches will be getting an email the minute the bracket goes live online. Just so the word gets out, I want to keep saying it, 11 a.m. for AAA on Saturday. 50s, 40 major are not affected. John Jurgensen, listen, Gamecast, best basketball game ever made was on Dreamcast, not Gamecast. 2K on the Dreamcast. 2K was the best ever. Moving on. Let's
I'll take that.
Which way you want to start there, buddy? You got control of the slides.
Let's start with 40s AAA because it's a little lengthy, if you want to call it. It's
Dense?
a little lengthier.
It's
Let's
dense.
say that. Yeah, let's
Dense.
call it that. Let me get that going, and then
So I'm gonna, as we reveal them, I'm gonna tell you what field and game it's on. It's not gonna be on the presentation here, but I will read it off. And
they are on
also
there.
be
They
on
are
the
on
website.
there.
Oh,
They are on
awesome.
there. The
Right,
fields
so
are on there.
forget it. We figured out technology. You don't have to wait till next bracket reveal to see it. We got the game times and fields on there. All right. So email your coaches, text your friends, whoever needs to be here. Text them now. We're doing 40s AAA first. GlueGuysProgram.com to get them over here in case they were sitting in one of the U-Trip groups that I posted. We wouldn't be in tonight. Get them over here. So let's go over the AAAs here. Saturday at 11 we're starting. Just so you know, but I'll go over the times as we read them here.
Here we go. The first is
done. All right, first game: Toto Madre versus Miss Hermanos. 11 a.m. Field 6, boys. 11 a.m. Field 6. All right, we back.
Yeah, it looks like we had a little hiccup there.
Yeah, I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
you're in the middle of the broadcast.
Yeah, that was a little weird, but that's all right.
We'll do that one again there.
Yeah,
I don't see you on my screen, just so you know.
You don't. That's fine. I'm hiding.
All right, you hide out. I'm the star of the show. I'm the captain now. Toto Madre, Miss Hermanos, 11 a.m. Field 6. All right, that's the first reveal there. We can move on to the next one. And that's Still Stroking versus SOBs. Still Stroking versus SOBs. 11 a.m. Field 7, gentlemen. 11 a.m. Field 7. All right, moving on. And he's got me started there. Jokers Wild and Underdogs, 11 a.m. on Field 8. Jokers Wild, Underdogs, 11 a.m. Field number 8. We got Team Hit Czar Realty versus A1 Softball Downtime Sports. 2 p.m., gentlemen. 2 p.m. Field 6. Team Hits Czar Realty, A1 Downtime Sports. 2 p.m. Field 6, gentlemen. Okay, now for you other teams. Where's 5 at? Czar Realty. You are 2 o'clock, Field 7. You will play the winner of Toto Madre, Miss Hermanos. Where's 5 at? Czar Realty, 2 p.m., Field 7. Team Money, you will play at 2 o'clock on Field 8. You will play the winner of Still Stroking SOBs. Sonoran Pavers, Roads Transport, you are playing at 3:30 on Field 6. 3:30 Field 6. You will play the winner of Jokers Wild Underdogs, and BTL Built to Last. You will play your first game at 3:30 on Field 7 as you await the winner of Team Hits Czar Realty, A1 Softball Downtime Sports. Gentlemen, the bracket will be up on the U-Trip website as soon as the broadcast is over. So that takes care of our 40 AAA. Let's go to 40s Majors.
40s Major. Here we go. Ready?
All right. The reveal. First pool game. Blue Pill Mafia versus Roster Check.
Yes,
Two
sir.
recent champions. Now, we're not going to talk about BPM's recent championship over at the CPS thing last weekend, running through AAA 50s and 55 and 60s to get their 7-0 run. Still impressive. I don't care if
Monsters.
blow up dolls out there.
Monsters.
Going against Winter Nationals champion Roster Check right out of the gate. Love it. You guys will play 8 a.m. Saturday on Field 3. BPM Roster Check, 8 a.m. Field 3 on Sunday. Sorry, not Saturday. Sunday. I messed that one up. Sunday morning, 8 a.m. Field 3, Blue Pill Mafia Roster Check. All right, on to the next one that you can already see. Icon versus Blue Point, another two teams raring to go, baby. You
sure
guys, Sunday morning. It says Saturday, but it's Sunday.
On the bracket.
Too. On yours, it says Sunday. Mine, it says Saturday. That's why I screwed up. This one was an early that we fixed. Since.
Okay, yeah.
It's
So correct that because the bracket, the actual U-Chip bracket, changed. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so it's going to say Sunday.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that.
Again, working through, but we're good.
Yeah.
And then Icon Blue Point Sunday morning, 9:30. Why? That's too close. I take my glasses up. Yeah, 9:30 Field 3. Icon Blue Point, 9:30 a.m. Sunday, Field 3. And we will get that fixed on the website, guys. It is Sunday, just to be clear. AZ Bandits, you wait the winner of BPM roster check at 11 a.m. on Field 7. AZ Bandits, 11 a.m. Field 7. And then New Mexico Punishers, you await the winner of Icon Blue Point, 11 a.m. Field 2 Sunday. So AZ Bandits, New Mexico Punishers, you will play at 11 o'clock and await the winners of those other games. So that takes care of you guys. Just remember, it's Sunday, it's Sunday, it's Sunday.
Sunday.
Monster trucks blow up. Wow. Boom.
Yeah, there we go.
Right.
So we got one more bracket here. And
let's get to the old guys. There's the 50s.
50s major.
Yeah, it's
Is it?
Yeah, we do have a AAA in there, so it's 50s, but
yeah.
That's good.
Okay,
we're going to call the AAA's majors just for the bracket, but you still get your spot. No worries, boys. All right, so first game there. Lokahi. I think I finally got that right after 2 years, although Donald tell me I did it wrong, and I probably did. Okay, they are playing Legacy Sports 60 Major, coming in playing 50s with us. Appreciate it, boys. That game, Sunday morning, 8 a.m. on Field 4, gentlemen. Sunday morning, 8 a.m. Field 4. You guys will battle. Then, next game, AZ Heat versus All Damn Day, ADD. That will take place at 9:30 a.m. Sunday morning on Field 4. 9:30 a.m. Field 4. Mr. McDill, you have a little extra time to drive all the way from Maricopa to Legacy. Awaiting the winner of Lokahi and Legacy will be Amigos. You guys will play at 11 a.m. on Field 4. 11 a.m. Field 4 is you get the winner of that game with the 5-team bracket there. And guys, guess what? Nice and smooth. No poker chips. No writing I couldn't read. We're done. We have the brackets. They're going to be going up on the website right now as I send the text to release the hounds. No? Not?
No.
Damn.
No. Too early in the week.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, no, who's amped right now? Tuesday.
Well, I got Red Bull somewhere. Oh, there it went. Yeah, so,
I mean, if it was Thursday.
If
it was Thursday, maybe it could be released to hounds. All right, but you know what? Fuck it. They're just baby hounds. They're puppy hounds. How about that?
So what do I got to go like 300 when he kicks him down the This is Sparta.
Right. Hey, I like, get hype. It's going to be fun.
It's his face, like Sparta.
He had he had to practice that in the mirror or something. Because, dude,
they're doing it behind a green screen.
Oh, I know.
Right. I mean, so there's no mountains. There's no cool.
There's not even a
green
pit.
Screen.
There's not even a well. There's no well. It's just
It's a wrestling mat, probably.
Hey, do it again. Okay, cool. Do it again. What about this? You like this part of my face? Do like that, right?
Dude, how pissed was that? That stuntman probably was trying to go to sleep and just heard Sparta.
He's like, oh shit. Let me dive again. Let me drop again.
Like, how many times does that dude have to hear that and get kicked? This is Sparta. Take 34.
Right. Are you excited here? I've got a question for you. So, are you excited for Southwest Invite? It'll be your first Southwest Invite as director. Are you excited?
I always have a little nervous feeling week before tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I was really worried about Winter Nationals, and it went great. So I'm a little better prepared to handle what's coming. Legacy. But I'm always a little nervous. I wanted to go off as smooth as possible. I'm hoping to have all the ump issues worked out from last tournament to this one. I'm hoping this one runs a lot smoother, and guys get to see we're hearing your feedback. Where we can apply it and improve, we try to do it immediately, not wait 6 months. Or, I know there's been a lot of chatter this week about the bumps and teams getting moved up. I just want to say it's February, guys. It's February. We just started. This is the second tournament. Don't think about other sanctions or what happened last year. It's a new year. Let it play out. And if a team needs to get moved up, that team will get moved up.
Agreed.
Majors will have more teams probably right around the middle of the year. There are things going on behind the scenes that will affect how those ratings happen. So you have to be patient. Let me work with other directors. Let me work with Vic and figure out the best way that uniformly over all the seniors that we are in contact and work with, it's going to be the same thing. So, yeah, I can bust out ratings right now for Arizona, but you may be rated different in California. You might be rated different in New Mexico or Texas. Let me work with these guys so when you guys go out of state, it's the same thing. That's what we're trying to do behind the scenes right now, to get everybody the same. If you go play in Palm Springs, it's the same as if you went to Fort Worth or, Las Cruces, whatever. It's all the same. That's what I'm working on. There's a bigger picture at work here, I promise you. But again, a lot of concerns about driving out for one game. We were able to fix that right away. So just to give you two examples of things, we hear you, man. We hear you. We hear you. And Kevin, it's better driving home from there than like victory. So count your blessings, because I got to drive the other way. Remember? But fun playing golf with you this weekend, man. We got to do that again. So listen, hey, brackets are done. They'll be up on the website any second now. And make sure you look at the times. Make sure you tell your AAA friends they're starting at 11. Spread the word, okay? Their coaches are getting emails. The brackets are up. I don't know how else, beside carrier pigeon to get the word out.
You're a great guy, because I always wonder, like, how are you an adult and you can't figure that out in time, or you're not going to take the time to check the bracket, or no, I'm not surprised. Again, remember, I had the misfortune of coaching for a few years, and it would blow my mind that literal adults were unable to figure out how to find a time for a schedule.
What field do we go to next?
Website.
What field we on next? What time do we play next?
I would be so blown away
while they're holding their phone,
and I'm going, huh? And they're like, "Hey, what time do we play?"
Yeah, what time and what field do we play on? Look at your phone.
Are you serious?
Look at your phone.
I don't get it. I've never understood that. I understand that, maybe it's a first world problem that people just don't want to do things for themselves. They'd rather ask, because we've all been drilled into this idea that, oh yeah, just ask a question. There's no such thing as a stupid question. That's a lazy ass question. That's not a stupid question. It's just
you should do though. It doesn't matter. All right.
Yeah.
What field do we play on?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter what field we play. All right, anyway.
I think,
dude, The Rock never gets old. If you feel that way, you should not be watching this program.
No, all the time.
We're not your cup of tea. We're not your tequila either.
Yeah.
Or your Zoa energy drink. Or your Project Rock Under Armour. Or
hey, I like those shoes, bro. Those are I have a pair. I love them.
I love the UFC deal. Did you see that?
I think that's awesome.
Project Rock shoes are the official.
Not for nothing. I am gonna say the story that I seldom have to tell. Most people don't ask, but that's exactly where the rock in Blaze Rock came from. Is from
Dwayne Johnson.
Rock. Yeah, that's exactly what I got it from. And
so if you had here's an interesting question based off of that though.
Mm-hmm.
If you had done it a little earlier, working on your rap name, would you be Blaze Maivia?
I don't think that would have worked for me. I'm not tall enough. Tall enough.
Fanny pack and the island theme when he came out in Madison Square Garden didn't work for you?
I would have rocked the fanny pack with the turtleneck. Don't trip. It wouldn't have looked as
Shout
good
out
as
Joe
it does
Burrow.
on him. You know what I'm saying? I
Shout
don't
out.
look the same. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Before we wrap this up, because we are running in good time still, so we're still good. I will say,
shout out Joe Burrow turtleneck.
I will, yes.
The Nike pendant.
Hold on, I need to point out that statement that he made. I could not stop clapping. Homie's like, yeah, my diamonds are real. I make too much money to have fake diamonds. I was like, my dude, that's why I fuck with Joe B, bro. Homie did, and he didn't hesitate. He didn't pause. He said that shit with such conviction. I was like, motherfucking man, bro.
Right. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go try to play D tackle or something. I'm gonna get crushed first play, but just listening to Joe talk and the confidence of, we know you didn't believe, and we don't care. We don't need you. We don't care.
Dude. I love that.
Give me another cigar. I mean, that dude is the real deal. Yes, you just watch him in interviews. They're like, I see how dudes in the locker room are like, all right, we got to kill people for this guy.
Whole swag.
We got to win.
Yes, sir.
So anybody who's all Rams easy to, no.
Yeah,
Don't bet against Joe B. The legend's just beginning. You already know Brady and Rodgers comebacks and all these guys that have done it. You get to watch from the infancy. This guy is one of those dudes. He's got the mindset. He's one of those goats. He's one of those dudes. So just remember that. You're watching the beginning of it.
That's right. That's right.
Let's go, Bengals. Well, we got one more show before the Super Bowl, so we'll do our Super Bowl predictions next week after we're done with Vic, if we have time. Vic's going to take a whole show. Don't forget that next week, folks.
We'll have time.
And honest to goodness, national director coming on to talk about the Challenge Cup and some of the issues. So get ready. Next week's going to be a big one.
All right, then. Peace.
He's just too strong. Kanye, you're a genius. You did it again. That went smooth.
It was much better. Much better for the brackets.